All right, Tesla update here on the 31st. So we did end up gapping down. Talked about that in the video yesterday for Tesla. We gapped down here all the way to 243. And that made a lot of sense because we had a daily demand zone here. I have it deleted now because of the fact that it doesn't really matter anymore. Because we hit it, we bounced out of it, so it's not a valid demand zone anymore. Go ahead and delete it. And so that gave me a good idea of where we would land today. It went a little bit farther than I said in the video, went about $7 too far. I took profit right at the open on my puts around 247, and then I did my cover calls around 245. Based on that and the fact that we were in this move here, it looked like it could have gone like this. Could have gone like that. So, but again, there was just such little downside possible that I just went ahead and took it at open. And then we got a nice bounce up here from 247 all the way up to 260. Nice like 5% bounce. And I think that that should validate that we are already finished with this move right here. This was 5 waves. So at this point, we're just looking to see where is this move going to end now. Below, you have another demand zone between 229 and 237. You can see the one-day minimum is right there. You have put support way down here, and you have put support all the way at 200. So the fact that this is an A wave, means that we're going to get at least one more move down. However, it might not happen for a while. Maybe it ends up going like this. Something like that. The 0.5 fib, we did fill this gap though, by the way. But the 0.5 fib is all the way up here at 266. The 0.78 is at 280. I would expect it to finish in that area right there. So if that's the case, we're looking for an ABC move this way. In extreme cases, it could go to like new highs, but you can see the one-day max is here at 289. So we're just kind of waiting to see. I think that this is actually a truncated, I didn't mention this. I think this is a truncated wave 5 here. We did not break the lows. So I think we're in that A wave here. The A wave might have already ended actually, because the 1.61 fib of this move right here is already in that circle area at 270. So I'm just waiting for probably a pullback and probably a move higher, but I don't really care that much. It's just I'll be buying more puts up in here, sell some covered calls up in here, because there's going to be at least one more move lower, and we don't know what we're going to get. If we go back to this move, this could be a fourth wave. This could be an A wave as well. If it's an A wave, then we're just looking for an overall B wave lower. So the minor B wave of this overall move, so we have A, B, C, B, C, is actually the overall B of this move right here, unless we get 5 waves down. So the max we can go for the third wave or the B wave would be 218, which is right around put support. But you have daily demand here between 230 and 237. So basically, to put it all together, I'm just looking for something up in this circle area, and then I'm looking for another move down. I don't know, maybe it ends up just going like this. Here, we bounce, we just come down here into the box to 230. We don't make it all the way down here, and then we go up. If it's an ABC move, then we're looking for this. If it ends up being a 5-wave move down, then we're going to go to at least 218. We'd probably bounce back to like 230, and we'd probably hit at least at least 192, somewhere in that range. So it really just all depends on what we get for this next move down. I don't expect us to just go straight up to new highs from here. I think we still got to make a C wave lower. We did retrace a pretty good amount, though. Let's see how far we retraced. We did retrace all the way to the 0.61 fib, but the 0.78 fib is probably a good spot for this to retrace, considering the demand zones here too. So let's say we go to the 0.78 fib. I would expect this B wave to hit like 275. So you'd be looking for A, B, C, something like that. But again, it just really depends. If it's a third wave, we'll know, because if it goes all the way to 218, it's probably not going to be an ABC move. It's possible, but probably not. So Tesla, probably in that retracement of this move right here. I think that if SPY pulls back going into April 2nd, maybe we get that C wave then, or maybe we get a B wave and a C wave up. We'll have to see. SPY is going to be tricky from here. I'll do an update on that here in a bit. But overall, Tesla, nice move off the lows, but not exactly bullish in my opinion yet. You look at the options here. Once it got to the very top of the range at 258, they started selling calls. They started selling calls. They bought puts. Before that, when we were in the low 250s, they were selling puts, buying calls, selling more puts, and then when he got here to 258, they started selling calls again. So not really that bearish. I would say more bullish than bearish overall on Tesla right now, which makes sense because we're probably going to go a little bit higher short term. So that's the update for Tesla. I'll do a update tomorrow with the GEX levels. Those are pretty helpful. We'll see if those adjust. They help out probably more than anything. So I'll be curious to see if the one-day max and the one-day min changed. But that's it for now. Let's see how far we get a retrace, how far of a retrace we get on this B wave. All right, that's it. Like, subscribe for more updates. Catch you in the next video.